And hello, everybody, and welcome. Episode 41 of the Crusaders. New time, same place. I am your DM Brad, joined today by four of my players. Zach unfortunately can't be here at this newfangled time for now, but perhaps in future he will return. But in the meantime, I have the rest of my lovely players here, and we are ready to begin. So
My
before
connection to the server has been interrupted.
classic James. So before we begin, Mike, if you would be so kind as to tell us what happened last time in Storm King's Thunder.
So, last time on Storm King's Thunder, we reconvened with Hashnag the Grim, as we had just escaped with our lives. And we took a well-needed rest after we devised a plan to sneak along the east side of Broodhog to try and infiltrate it to find our missing compatriot, Lucas Wormwood. Where we also devised, since the entrance we were choosing was too small for Hashnag to crawl in through, we set up an ambush point where if we headed into trouble, we could fall back to Hashnag's waiting axe, as well as a well-placed snare that will absolutely be used for enemy combatants and not goats. After which we, meaning me, Sir Alamir, Alexei, and Alquil, went into the compound through an entrance, a smaller entrance we hadn't used before, where we directly encountered a pair of sleeping giants, hill giants. Me and Alquil decided to take advantage of this situation, and we somewhat swiftly dispatched of them whilst they were sleeping by hacking mercilessly at their necks. Where which we succeeded to kill both sleeping giants without raising an alarm, we continued our search further into the compound, where we encountered a pen of pigs, where there was a two-headed ogre giant-looking creature, which we identified as an Etten, that were barking orders to some other creatures, as well as keeping an eye on the pigs. After realizing we couldn't get any further that way, we backtracked in order to search more for Lucas Wormwood, but we instead encountered some opponents that we didn't manage to hide from. And a battle ensued where Alquil skillfully ordered sorry, what's his face? Our ranger, Breyork, thank you, Breyork, to put down a smoke cloud using a smoke bomb of sorts, which he then ran through the gauntlet of enemies, absorbing each and every attack they could throw at him, leaving the way open for me to reach Alexei, who teleported us out. After which Alquil had to make it out on his own, which he, as far as we can tell right now, has. And right now we are outside the little entrance we went in through, trying to prepare for the onslaught that is on their way towards us.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead and mark your point of inspiration well earned, and we cut back to the action as Alquil has finished running out of the cave pretty pretty tired, like immediately kind of like, hands on his knees, like breathing heavily, but like preparing himself because he knows like something's about to come after him, but he's got some time for now. Morton, why don't you go ahead and roll yourself into initiative there?
I forgot that all that happened last session was that we killed some people in their sleep, stole some money, lost the fight, and ran away.
We haven't lost the fight. The fight's ongoing.
The running away was just a temporary setback, man.
It's a tactical retreat.
Of course.
We're advancing in a different direction.
No. It's a tactical retreat, luring them into the trap that we have set.
The trap is named Harshnag, and he's right here.
Exactly.
We're not retreating. We're just advancing backwards.
Alright, so Alquil had just had his turn, so we will move on.
Alexei looks at Alquil and is like, see, he's fine. I never doubted him. He's bleeding a lot.
Alright, so Sir Alamir and Alexei both sort of acting at the same time. You both step out of this dimension door, having teleported next to where Harshnag was waiting, and he immediately kind of like reacts. He's like grabbing his axe and says, "What's the matter, little ones?"
There's worms and hobgoblins incoming, and they're hot on Alquil's tail, and I point towards Alquil.
Alright.
As the on timing. Be ready, Harshnag.
And as you can see, his head is hanging on by a little bit of flesh by the neck there.
Harshnag!
And he sort of like nods. He says, "Very well, let us give them a show they will regret stumbling into." All right, and then you both have your turn to do whatever it is you wish to do.
Oh, we have the same initiative?
Yeah, you both rolled 20.02, so...
Alright. Alexei, are you able to cast some kind of enhancing spell on me, which would increase my movement speed and give me another round on combat? Actually called haste.
It's very specific, Sir Alamir, but I think I have just the thing.
Oh, that's very convenient.
What is this, the Euroclan?
So
that like Divinity Original thing happened. Divinity Original Sin thing happens where I clap my hands and there's like patoom on Sir Alamir.
Exactly. So
together, good times.
Target speed is doubled, perfect.
Yes.
So I can go 60. Well done, Alexei. I'm impressed that you came up with that all by yourself.
Thank you. Blackstaff Academy only gives the finest education.
10.
They're far back, remember. They're still far back.
Alright, I'm gonna go... No, actually, I'm gonna block them.
Alquil, stop screaming in fear. It's very unbecoming.
I mean, this is the same 6 seconds. It's more like...
So if I dash, I would have another 60 feet, right?
Yeah, because that affects your base speed, so...
Yeah, and then one more action because of haste, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could do one attack with your haste. Well, I guess you would probably... The most optimal thing would be to dash with the haste action, and then use your
true.
Yeah.
But so far I've moved 40 feet out of my 60. First, so that would be...
Like they're back up at like this bend.
Oh, they're really far away.
Yeah,
you fucking...
I've used 90 feet of movement to get there.
Alright, if you sit... When you tell me that, I'll stay here. I'll go like... I'm just around the corner. Mm-hmm. No, I want to block potential attacks. I'll stay here and I prepare a attack if anyone comes into my 10 feet.
Can Harshnag fit into that opening?
No.
Yes, he could squeeze.
He can squeeze,
okay, squeeze.
Similarly, like a...
Actually, I'll take the dodge action.
Yes,
very well.
That's good.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet.
The rarest action ever used.
Yes. All right, so that's Alexei. Do you want to move at all, Alexei, after your
Yes.
casting of the spell?
Let's see. I think I will, just to get a better angle, not wanting to get too much closer. I'm not crazy. I think I'll just go here. Come on, token. There we go. That's my turn.
So that's Alexei and Sir Elamir. Zurich, you are suddenly once more cognizant of what's going on around you.
Shit.
Why am I always cognizant during these moments?
You should check out that that mental problem.
Give me a second.
I think some deity needs to free up some space in his schedule or something in order for that to happen for.
So I'm gonna run down there
Okay.
and cast.
Beat
Where
of hope,
is it?
or
At Alquill.
oh shit.
Not the guy who's blocking the way.
You can take a few hits.
Oh my god, Shield of Faith, and it's not Alco casting on himself. I've never seen this before.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yeah,
I don't risk losing it if I take a beating.
And I'm gonna use the rest of my action to run up here. Use a dash action and run up there.
Shield wall!
Very well. You move up.
Someone else.
That
Well,
is
I'm a
good.
frontline
really-
fighter. I kind
We're
of
really doing things people rarely do. Like I'm casting Shield of Faith on someone else. Sir Almer using the dodge action. It's really a good day today.
Yeah, something,
You're here
something
as well.
weird is
That's
going
another
on.
thing.
All right. So then, at the end of your turn, Sir Alamir and Zurich, you both hear, shouting coming from inside. Although neither of you speak Goblin, I don't think. So
No.
you do not understand what
I
is.
speak Orcish. It's kind of the same.
No, unfortunately, they are different languages. So
You recognize the swear words.
you cannot really understand, but there's an exchange between a couple of different figures, and then let me see here. Something occurs.
A thing happens.
Something happens somewhere.
Oh shit! Something happened. Oh no.
I believe in him. He's faking us out.
Alright, Spotify,
Okay.
let's get some tunes going.
oh no.
Don't give Spotify a free commercial on this huge Twitch channel.
Yeah, I know, right? Come on, dude.
I'm putting on the Gwent soundtrack.
The Gwent soundtrack.
Yep. Gwent, the Witcher card game, original game soundtrack.
Living the life now.
Living the life. All right, Harshnag. He is going to run up to here, near the entrance, and he is going to sort of hold his axe at the ready to swing should somebody come through. Then, Sir Alamir and Zurich, do you, and I guess Elko too, being close to the entrance, you all speak Giant, right?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
You hear this reverberating shout in Giant, and it says, "Wait, where go?" And then loud footsteps approaching in your direction.
Okay.
Um,
I look over at Alquill and I go like,
They might be alerting the rest of the camp.
Oh, cool, touch yourself. It's the only way.
all right, Outwill.
Your kitty cat is outside called Kitty.
Oh.
It is your turn.
Yes, I know it's my turn.
Give yourself Shield of Faith as well.
Fortunately.
think it stacks.
You cannot benefit from the same spell twice.
There we go. I'll take a step over here.
That's a good party composition. Just a paladin and then 4 clerics, and everyone buffs the paladin with Shield of Faith.
You can't benefit from the spell twice.
Shh.
He can dream,
Just let it
can't he?
happen.
Oh, look at Thor, the buzzkill.
Yes.
All right.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alexei.
All right. Yep. Just gonna mosey on down this way. Come on. Yep, there we go. I can't see any enemies, so I'll ready a firebolt for when I see one.
Very well. Then Sir Elamir.
Alright, I have increased speed, so I will have a look around the corner. 30 feet. Boom. I see a big fat man. I'll keep walking, go within 10 feet. I'll do a... see. Yeah, I'll do a slash. Boom. Dang it! Hold on. Can I use it afterwards? When you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can expend one superior die. You can use this menu before or after making an attack roll. So I'll use precision attack.
Very well.
So roll a d8. Plus 5, 16 to hit.
He's 16, will hit.
And let's see. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to damage.
Nope, because you're adding it to the hit.
Yep, so
All right,
15 damage.
points of damage.
And another attack for my action. 10 damage.
17 hits for
Assuming
10.
that hits.
Yes. Well, if a 16 hit, then a 17 surely must hit.
Yeah. And let's see.
What do I not have?
And then I will use my can't. I have to use my bonus action for that. So I'll bonus action stun him. I have to move 5 feet for that, I think. Boom. Move closer. Thud.
All right. You sort of like whack him in the knee or in the shin.
Yeah. How is he looking?
I mean, he's taken a few hits, but being like a large hill giant, he doesn't seem.
What is the disadvantage of squeezing again to movement speed?
So you move. It's basically difficult terrain, quote unquote. You move at half speed when you're squeezing, and attacks against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll use my hasted action to disengage. And I'll move back 15 feet there.
Okay.
Alright. It's my turn.
Very good. Xeric.
Yeah, we'll
Hello there.
The shield wall's moving.
Yeah. I will touch Alquill improperly.
Oh my.
Oh no. I will move up next to up to the next guy.
Very
Sir
well.
Alamet.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Very well. The end of your turn. there. Alquil and Alexei, you hear what sounds like a loud like horn being blown coming from the southwest direction. And as you turn to look, you see flying over the palisade wall from that direction, you see a hobgoblin riding atop a wyvern. The hobgoblin has a longbow drawn. So it flies here, and it's sort of like flying maybe about like 50 to 60 feet up in the air, and it knocks its bow, taking aim, and is going to fire
You
at...
had a firebolt ready.
Yeah, I guess my ready action would go off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, did you ready it on your last turn there? Yeah.
Yeah. So 120 feet. Yep. So he's within range.
Mhm.
Pia.
Well, I was gonna ask which one you are firing at, but in this case, it does not matter. A12 is not going to hit either way. All right, so your firebolt goes wide as the wyvern sort of like dodges out of the way, taking some evasive maneuvers, swinging around to give the hobgoblin a shot, and it is going to make 2 shots with its longbow at you, Alexei.
Not me.
It's returning fire.
Shot 4.
1, 2 fire at you, Alexei.
Let's see.
And we have shield and stuff.
You remember to do the mage armor thing.
Yeah.
He did last session before we went here.
Well, I will, yes, use my shield. So
Right.
AC is now 20. So
you block the arrow with a quick shield incantation. All right, that's that. And then the sound of leathery wings flapping as a second pair, wyvern and rider, emerges over the top of the palisade wall, also wielding a longbow. How does this work here? Can hear and understand within 30 feet. Yes, cool. And this one is going to fire at Alquil. So, first shot misses. Second shot, it is going to go ahead and add a d4 to that from the leadership to make it hit. As the hobgoblin shoots, the other one sort of like lets out a rallying cry. That is it. Harshnag, seeing this, lets out a shout, and it says, "It would seem as though these goblins are more intelligent than you gave them credit for." And he is going to look around, seeing this sort of like chunk of loose rock in the side of the wall. He grabs onto it, ripping it out of the wall until he has like a large chunk of rock, and then hurls it at one of the wyverns. 60 feet. As he's going to take a few steps forward as he does so, sort of like a running throw. There we go.
that would be awesome if you just punted it out the air.
So, rock slams into the wyvern, which kind of like scatters a bit. Unfortunately, not enough to sort of knock it out of the sky. It manages to catch itself, flapping its wings a couple of times to stay righted. The hobgoblin managing to maintain its position. This hill giant is going to move up to you, Sir Alamir.
Reaction. To attack with my sentinel feet. Oh, sorry, with my Polar Master.
It's up to, yes, up to here.
Stab in the leg.
Yeah.
These low rolls.
Yeah.
A 13. Unfortunate. That will not be enough to hit. The hill giant is going to swing at you with its great club. Twice. 1, 2.
Miss. Super miss.
He hits just the roof.
Yeah, kind of like trying to hit you, but it's like swinging at an odd angle, like slamming into the wall, knocking pieces of stone and dirt loose that crumble above you, making you worry for a moment about the structural integrity of this cave you're standing in. But that is all. Then that the wyvern was acting on.
So what you're
top of the
saying
limb.
is we can blow a cave.
Elquil.
It's how far up in the air are they?
So they're
120
about
feet?
50 to 60 feet. So basically, I'm not going to calculate Pythagorean angles. Like, the distance on the map is the distance that they are from you, effectively.
Okay.
They're just not within melee. You can't hit them because they're up in the air.
I'll take a step there, and I will fire against the wyvern. Having done this a few times, I'm starting to trust that if I will it, it happens. It just doesn't deal a lot of damage.
All right, a
But it slows
15.
him.
Your ray of frost blasts out, hitting this wyvern square in the chest, and you see its wings start to beat like more slowly as it's slowed down by the ray of frost. Not doing much
You're
damage.
getting better at that, Alquill.
I don't know how.
Practice makes perfect.
All right, then we have Alexei.
Yes. What are these? Are these rocks?
So those are like trees that have been like clear cut and like sharpened to points.
So is it possible to like take cover behind them and get like half cover or something?
You would have to go prone to do that.
And that would give them disadvantage on shooting me as well.
Yes.
But we
We're
can
keeping in
the
mind.
melee attacks.
Yes. Well, so that doesn't happen for. Will you shut up? All right. I'm going to go and try and firebolt the hobgoblin riding the wyvern.
Okay.
Oh, wait, or did 4 or hit the wyvern? Or was it the hobgoblin?
Yes,
hit? I can't-
Harshnag and me hit the wyvern.
Okay, right. Then I'm gonna try and shoot the wyvern that they've already hit. Is what I meant to do. Sorry. 14. My God.
A 14, as you send out this blast firebolt, strikes at the same place that the ray of frost hit, dealing 9 points of fire damage to the wyvern.
That's good.
First it
And then I'm
goes
gonna,
chill
like-
down, and then it gets warmed up.
Then I'm gonna like step up above like one of these like wooden things, and I suppose drop prone to like take cover.
Sure,
You
yeah.
guys got this.
You like drop to the ground, like sliding your back against the log.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Elamir.
All right. Oh, did he take a step back or?
No, he
accidentally
didn't.
moved.
He has 10-foot reach, so.
Alright.
Um,
Yeah, I just noticed they moved him closer before. But,
yeah. Yeah, there's
Um.
no reason he would have gone right up to you.
All right. Attack. First action. Jeez, what is this? Oh wait. Oh fuck! I hate myself.
Hmm.
What?
I have great weapon fighting. I can reroll
Oh.
once on damage rolls.
That's true.
Does it 15 hit?
A 15 that does indeed hit.
I'll reroll. That's the D10. 6 plus 6, 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Not bad.
And another slash. Boom, better.
That is definitely another hit. 15.
Frick it. Let's go all out. Stay one step closer. Thud him.
Okay.
Use. Is it 2 attacks on a hasted action or only 1?
1. You can only make 1.
Alright. Hasted action attack. I'll spend another precision attack on that one. E14.
A 14 just ekes it out, managing to
Oh,
get a
thank
hit.
God.
Oh my God, the superior dice did some. Never thought I'd see the day.
It did something last turn too.
True.
Let's see. I used hasted. Yeah, I've
Mhm.
used everything. I think.
I believe so.
Actually, I'll just take one step back since he has 10 feet reach.
All right. So. I just learned a new thing, but we will save it for later. Yes, you step back from the giant.
Do we hear anything else coming this way? Since my passive perception is like
No,
buttload.
not current. Like all you hear is basically like the roaring of this giant, like echoing in this cave. If there was anything else, it would probably get drowned out by that sound. But you don't think that there is anything else approaching just yet.
Mm.
And then it is your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna. Can I walk there and up there?
Yep. Yeah, the passage is 10 feet wide, so you can easily move around.
Okay. So, slam.
Unfortunately, a 10, you sort of just like hit into the heavily calloused legs of this giant, and your axe head doesn't sink in far enough to deal any damage.
Fair enough.
And now it's kind of just like stuck in there. You have to like yank on it to get it back out.
Yeah, I'm like.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
Very well. The hobgoblin on this wyvern. This one was going after Alexei. She has sort of like ducked behind cover. Its wyvern has been hit by this giant. It is going to first fire off a couple of shots at Harshnag, seeing this like large threat. Fires one shot that will hit.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Was really good, baby.
And then
The protective thing.
he's going to fire a second shot if there's anything you wish to do on that.
Yes, I will use protection.
All right. Somehow you leap up and protect this giant from the.
Yes, don't question it.
So a shot at disadvantage.
I kept America my shield.
That will miss. And then it is going to. Is going to command the wyvern to fly down. It's sort of a strafing. This is the one that was slowed. So it sort of descends down a bit. And it's right about here. This wyvern's actually too big. Right about here. And then the hobgoblin dismounts with half its movement. All right, the other.
The wyvern has landed. I repeat, the
wyvern
wyvern has landed.
Yes. The other hobgoblin, also seeing this frost giant, is similarly going to begin sort of firing at it. 2 longbow shots, 1, 2. First one just sort of plinks off the heavy, large plate mail armor, and the second one just nowhere close. And he is similarly going to command his wyvern to fly down. Landing. Wants to stay within range of that, so he is going to land over here and dismount like so. All right. So now the wyverns, they are no longer controlled as mounts, so they will act. It doesn't have any movement because it had to use it there, locomoting, but it still has its action. So the wyvern is going to attack Harshnag at the command of its master, biting at him. Biting at Harshnag, missing, unable to pierce through the iron greaves, and then trying to jam its tail in a gap in his armor. Again, just sort of missing the mark there. Harshnag lets out this like bellowing roar as he kind of like puts a hand on his axe and like lifts it up, and he says, "You have made a big mistake, little worm." And he is going to swing his axe down. He says, "I have felled dragons far greater than you." And he's going to make 2 attacks against the wyvern. The first one hits. 21, and then the second one also hits, dealing 23 points of damage. Total of 43. 44. And that is his turn. Then we have the hill giant. Sort of lumbering there. It's sustained some injuries, but it sees this little dwarf in front of it. And it is going to, as it's like going around to like swing its club, it like goes to swing at you, but loses its balance and begins to like fall forward on top of you, Xeric.
Elmer just hears a shite.
A 17. Does that hit you?
I think it's 19. I'm not sure. It's 19.
Yes, 19. All right. So you managed to duck out of the way.
He's attacking someone within my reach, or he is within my reach, attacking an ally, so I can make my sentinel attack on him.
Okay.
You stick your spear up, ready for it to fall.
Yeah. Fall on this, bitch!
Yeah. So you.
Do you reroll 2s? Or is it just
I
ones?
do reroll 2s. 1s and 2s. Thank you.
Look the same.
Oh, 4. So 10 damage.
10 points of damage. So yeah, you cut it as it's like going to land on Xeric. Xeric dodges out of the way. It sort of like catches itself rolling, but you cut it as it kind of like shifts over, and now it's just kind of like over here as it like rights itself again. And then after that, it is going to sort of picking itself up, lash out with its great club at Xeric.
We can take damage, holy shit.
Miss.
Which misses wide. All right, the wyvern.
Bye, Alexei.
So the wyvern does not have any movement left, especially because of the slow that had affected it. So it cannot move. However, it does have reach. So it is going to attack Alexei. Alexei, you will have cover from this because it's kind of like trying to attack you around the tree. And you are also prone, so it has disadvantage because it's not right next to you.
Oh yeah. It's
How
5
much-
feet.
How much cover do I have?
You have a +2 to your AC.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so the bite attack misses wide, and then the stinger sort of comes overhead, trying to stab at you as you dodge out of the way of its jaws. And also, similarly, just it sticks.
Wooden palisade.
It like
Wooden palisade!
it like sticks into the log, and then the wyvern's like tugging on the tail because the tail stinger is like stuck inside of the wooden log as it struggles to try to like free itself.
I can't.
Shut your mouth, Thor.
The goblins are just sort of like like roaring and like screaming orders. And then we are back around to Alhil.
Filthy whore mouthful.
Well, you see, I jinxed it by saying that, like, by saying bye.
Oh, don't pretend like you were on my side. I remember that Smite game like it was yesterday.
You also remember
Anyway.
this home game since it was yesterday.
So let's see. Well, that's you.
Leaving you. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
You don't want like a diagram?
Harsh Knight Protect.
Be that.
Protects
Fuck.
you.
Oh, I want a big foot too.
I I should just attack, I guess. But I don't want to get closer to it. So I'm gonna hold my hand up towards this wyvern. Take that.
All right, striking the wyvern with a ray of frost for a whopping 14 points of cold damage.
Babe, what are we having for dessert tomorrow? Creme brulee?
Remember, sounds nice.
It does indeed.
And if that is all, it is Alexei's
Yes,
turn.
that is all.
Yep.
That will be all.
Well, I think I'm going to try and burning hands this to hit this goblin and this wyvern.
Well,
Shit, I'm hungry.
Come on!
So you're having fun with your water.
Wow.
all right. So dexterity. Dexterity save for the hobgoblin. D4 won't help with that, so that's that.
Oh yeah,
Fail.
I would have also spent half my movement to stand up as well. Forgot to mention that.
Sure thing. And then the wyvern. That is going to add a d4 on and succeed. So the wyvern succeeds, the hobgoblin fails. The wyvern takes 4, the hobgoblin takes 9.
Yes. Yes.
Very well. Anything else?
Be fast.
No. Help
Very
me.
good. Sir Elamir. This giant standing in front of you is looking pretty bad at this point in time, and you can hear the sounds of battle coming from back down the passageway where you came.
Yeah. How is it? 1 minute for haste or?
Yes. So it's only been
Alright.
a few rounds.
All right. Hit. Boom. I'll re-roll that too.
Make the most of that
Or-
haste. I don't think I'm going to have it much longer.
9 damage.
All right. And
Plus,
with,
what's
15?
that? 6.
15
So
total?
15.
that is enough. As you cut into this giant, you slice across an artery in its leg, and a pool of blood begins to spill out onto the floor as it collapses to the ground.
Perfecto. And with my super duper speed, I'll run straight out to these two hillbillies.
I'll be right back, Joe.
And I'll go for the hobgoblin. Kablam.
A 26.
Actually, sorry, I'll take. They probably have reach, but I'll go here, so I don't nothing within the wyvern.
Okay. 26 will definitely hit. Manage to get past the shield and the plate mail armor of this hobgoblin.
Do you hear that, Mike? They have plate mail.
Oh,
I'm a smith. I can fix that.
Guess it's going to be my plate now.
and I'll thud the hobgoblin. Boom.
That will miss.
Shy.
Puts up a
19
shield and-
misses?
Yeah,
Jeez.
it puts up a shield and bats it to
It
the
has
side.
plate mail and a shield. That's
Alright, so it's probably 20 or something. And I'll use my hasted attack as well. Yeah, on the same target.
Go for it.
What kind of hobgoblin
Eh.
is it?
Bugger.
That it easily sort of parries your blow, knocking your blade aside. All right, and if that is all, then it is Zirek's turn.
Seeing the giant fall, I'm like, and then all of a sudden he just runs out like it was like fucking marathon. I'm like, shit, and I'm like,
He's really fast.
He's the Flash.
my little dwarf legs carry me to the door, and what do we have here? Let's
Help me.
Yeah, you're a tad bit far away for me to help you.
If I lose concentration, so Almir's going to lose a turn.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the one in front of Sir Almir.
Well, dex saving throw.
Only 1d8. I thought the d8s.
It would
Is
be a
that
2d8
2d8 at level
Should be
5?
2d8 at
It
this
should be
level, yeah.
2d8 at all.
It's not fucking okay. So there you go.
So,
For some
15
reason, it
damage.
hasn't gone up.
Add a d4 to that one. Nope, still fails.
Oh!
15 damage.
15 points of damage.
15 radiant damage.
Yep.
Go.
Alright, is that everything?
Yes, I can't do much more.
Alright. This hobgoblin that is standing next to you, Alexei, sort of shakes off the effects of your burning hands. Its plate mail armor is still sort of like white hot from where the flames hit it, and you see it lifts its sort of like it lifts its shield and it pulls this like wicked looking sort of like jagged longsword, and it is going to attack you. First things first, you see it swings its shield at you. Going ahead and
I'm just gonna test the spell because I think I fixed it. I'm just gonna see if it works. That's why I'm. Yeah,
there you go. So a shield against you. That is a 19.
I be not prone. Shield spell!
It is going to add the leadership die from the other hobgoblin to that. What is your AC with shield?
20.
It rolls a 20 to hit, so it still hits you.
Lame.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. Alright, you managed to avoid getting knocked prone, however, you still need to make your concentration check.
Let's see. 5 bludgeoning puts me down at 53. What's the concentration DC?
Just 10.
10.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And then it is going to make 2 attacks with its longsword. If I can only one, you should know. Man, this is a very powerful ability that it has. Holy crap.
Glad
Longsword.
that
Nope, then this is
That's
why.
one of the things you're not supposed to say as a player.
A 28 does hit you for 6 points of slashing damage. And another DC 10, a Constitution saving throw.
Right, you.
Alright, you
Yay.
manage to hold on. Then the hobgoblin is going to bark some orders in goblin. Next, we have the other hobgoblin. This one is going to, assessing its targets here.
wizards are proficient in con saves.
I am.
I think
Thanks to my
she-
transmuter stone.
Yeah, she has a stone. This hobgoblin is going to turn to. Can't shield bash him, but okay. I will see. Let's.
A giant.
He is
Too
going
dangerous to live.
He is going to make 3 longsword attacks against Harshnag.
After the first one, I'll use my reaction. Sentinel.
Okay. First one hits. You can go ahead and make your attack against it. 24. It cannot block that with that, so that will hit. 11. He deals 11. And then because the wyvern is there, he's going to deal an additional 14 to Harshnag.
Oh, yeah.
Harshnag takes 25 from that. And then 2 more attacks. Second longsword. That is a very big miss. And then the last one, another hit for 10 points of slashing.
Man, these guys are rolling a lot of ones.
Yeah. Brad should be happy it's not a player today. That would be a sad day.
I always roll terribly. This wyvern is going to join its master in attacking this giant, trying to deal with this threat, making a bite attack. That will miss, and then
I will impose disadvantage on the stinger.
Okay. Stinger, disadvantage. Miss. Ding! Off the plate mail armor. Harshnag just sort of bellows laughter at the hobgoblin, and he says, was that a sword or a toothpick? I barely even felt that. And it is going to, he is going to, recognizing the threat of the wyvern, is going to continue to try to destroy it. Making 2 attacks. 1, 2, both of which hit. And actually, with the second swing, you see he lifts a heavy overhead swing with the axe, just cleaves the wyvern in half, sort of like at an odd angle, as he crushes it into the ground with this like sickening splat noise.
Wyvern down. I repeat, wyvern down.
That's gotta hurt.
And the hobgoblins both like look over like dumbfounded, and they begin like shouting back and forth at each other.
Yeah, that's my big friend right there.
Harshnag just sort of like Harshnag lets out this like deep like bellowing laugh that sort of shakes the ground, and he seems to be like enjoying himself in this battle. Meanwhile, this wyvern is going to sort of snake around the tree cover here to get a better angle at you, Alexei. And he's sort of coming up from behind, is going to attack you. Bite. Misses, and then the stinger flies towards your head. That is going to hit. You take 10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you feel this like burning poison in your veins. All right, so you take half of 29, so that is 14 points of poison damage, so 24 damage total. So that will be a DC 12 con save to maintain your concentration on haste.
Sorry, Mike. Wait, hang on. I'll use my inspiration.
All right, go ahead and re-roll that.
Sorry, Mike.
Unfortunately, you are unable to concentrate as you feel this like burning up poison making its way through your veins.
2, 3.
The haste spell unfortunately fails. Sir Alamir, you immediately feel this like wave of lethargy wash over you.
Why?
What's happening to me?
Elquil.
All right. Time to step in and kill this thing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much health it has.
No, you're not in my
The hobgoblin easily parries your first blow. And your second.
My second.
Unfortunately, this hobgoblin, as rigid and battle-trained as it is, sees your attacks for what they are and easily kind of blocks them out of the way, unable to find a gap in his defenses.
Bleh.
Alexei.
I'm sad now. Alright, let's see.
Chain
I
lightning.
don't have chain lightning.
Chain lightning. Yeah, just cast a 6th level spell.
Yes.
Cast Wish and remove the stun from me.
That would be a waste of a wish.
What if I were to haste them again? Would that overcome?
Unfortunately,
his turn?
unfortunately, because the concentration was lost, like he would still lose the turn.
Yeah.
Alright. Shit. Well, I guess I'll shocking grasp the hobgoblin who's in melee range.
Yes,
have
he
advantage
is
since
wearing
he's
plate
plate
mail armor, so you have advantage.
Right, let's see. Advantage. Come on, sheet. There we go.
Don't ruin the armor. I need it.
No one's killing you.
Zap.
A 22. The hobgoblin is going to use its reaction, and you see its shield swings up, bashing your arm out of the way. The attack misses. However, it spends its reaction blocking it.
Help me!
You're a bit far away right now.
So currently, the hobgoblin does not have a reaction. The wyvern still does, and you have your movement.
It's attack of opportunity. Can it do both, or is it just like a bite?
You get one attack.
Gets one attack.
It gets one
It
attack,
might be but it's probably gonna be the stinger.
and it gets to choose which attack it gets.
Okay, right. Well, I can't move then. Fuck!
You could back away from the hobgoblin.
So,
To the other
Towards-
side. To the other
Towards
side
the
of
wyvern.
wyvern.
Yeah, you can run around to the other side of the wyvern.
Oh yeah.
Move just closer to everyone else.
There we go. The post is between us again.
All right, sounds good. Sir Alamir unfortunately spends the turn sort of like retching from the sudden like sickness of coming down from his high.
Kill Alexei! She's turned on us!
Xeric.
I'm running there. I can't get all the way, can I? No, I can only get there.
Yes.
Curse my short legs!
Yeah, so you skirt around.
Curse being born a dwarf.
Curse me short legs. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word. Where is it? Where's Healing Word? There it is. And let's do that. And plus, is that wow, wow, that was shit.
Where are you casting that on?
Is that on me?
Yeah, it's on you, Alexi. And it's also plus 4 more on that again with this one.
Oh, okay.
So 11.
I might not go down this round.
You could also use your, since that's the bonus action, you could dash. Get close to her and help her.
or cast a cantrip.
Or cast cantrip.
Yeah, no.
Or no, you can't cast 2 spells.
You can cast a cantrip.
You can cast a
Oh, you
cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can't
You
use
can-
2 spell slots.
You can
Actually,
only cast a
I'm
cantrip.
gonna use my dash action, and I'm just gonna run up and try to like get in between Alexei and the hobgoblin.
All right,
Actually,
yeah.
between the Alexei and the wyvern.
All right, yeah. So you run in front of the wyvern's face, sort of like waving your arms in its face, trying to get its attention away from Alexei.
Slamming my axe into the shield, going like, here I am.
All right. So then the hobgoblin going to turn around, seeing you sort of like run past him a bit. Turns around, swinging its shield arm backhanded at you, Alexei, as you kind of like run past him. Shield bash. 14. It is going to go ahead
Actually,
and
misses.
add a d4 to that. 17.
That hits.
5 points of bludgeoning damage and a strength saving throw, if you don't mind. Unfortunate. So as you go to run past it, it swings its arm backhanded at you, hitting you in the back of the head, and you stumble forward, like landing face first in the ground. And then the hobgoblin is going to lift its sword, swinging at you twice with advantage.
Do I have the stunned condition?
No.
So can I take reactions or something?
I believe that you can. I don't. I have to read the haste spell specifically to see. Let me go see if it's still up here.
But what reaction can you take from all the way over there?
When the spell
No, but
ends,
I'm just on my. This is not my turn yet. There's still a hobgoblin in front of me.
you cannot move or take actions until until after its next turn. So a reaction is still like an action because it's lowercase a actions. So that includes bonus action, reaction, all that kind of stuff.
But it's been your turn already, hasn't it?
No, that's during that turn. So the next turn he can do stuff.
Okay.
Because it says like when it ends, it can't move and take actions until the next turn. So it is going to attack twice with advantage against you, Alexei. Longsword. First one hits you for 6.
Ow.
And then the second one. Whew, critical hit.
Come on, are you for real, man?
You know,
what is this?
You're lucky that there's not another enemy within 5 feet of you, or that would be a lot worse.
6 HP.
Otherwise, you'd have another 8d6 damage coming your way.
Oh god.
Luckily, there is not a valid creature for that.
God, if you rolled well enough, you might have just killed me.
All right, this hobgoblin. Bit of a sticky situation here. Big guy. He's going to turn to you, Alquil.
Nice.
Seeing that you kind of seem like his best chance at doing something, and he is going to attack you. You look like a pretty big guy in his eyes, so he's just going to go at you with the longsword attacks. Not going to.
I'll use my reaction to throw up in front of him. To try and distract him.
Not going to try to shield bash you. Just 3 straight longsword attacks. First one that will miss. Not even going to bother with the d4 on that one. Second one, that one I'll add the d4 on. Nope, still misses. And then the last one, that with the d4 will hit for 6 points.
Hit even without the d4.
Oh yes, even without. Hits you for 6. Unfortunately for him, no allies, so no bonus damage. Sucks to suck. Harshnag is going to lean in over top of this hobgoblin, sort of consuming him in his shadow, and he just sort of goes, "I bet you are regretting your mistake, little hobgoblin." And he just smiles as he swings his axe down at this hobgoblin twice. The first one, you know what? I don't know how the hobgoblin is going to parry that. But the second one, Harshnag exploits a gap in his defense caused by him parrying, and just slams into the hobgoblin's side. And I'm sending him reeling, dealing 29 points of damage. The hobgoblin is still standing, but that was a substantial blow. Does not look like it could take much more of that. That is Harshnag's turn. I think he's going to spend some movement kind of stomping over this way, just to move over, see if he can help with the other situation there. The wyvern is going to turn to you, Zurich, now that you've sort of imposed yourself there, and attack you. First trying to bite you. Snapping down on your arm, dealing you 10 points of piercing damage. And then the stinger sort of swings around.
Two sec. Just gonna roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh, for Shield of Faith, yeah.
My
Wow, what a
Constitution throws never work.
What a
for
save.
some forsaken reason.
Okay, you are fine. And then the stinger comes around. That is going to add a d4 on that. 17 will still miss you. Managed to block the stinger. That is that. Alquil.
Alright, I'm going to swing at the goblin.
It's a hobgoblin, actually. There is no goblin here.
Ugh.
Maybe.
What a crit. 11.
Is it still alive?
I mean, you can't
What's
tell.
the
I mean,
special
is that
effect
all you're gonna
adamantium?
is that all you're gonna do, or are you gonna add more to it?
I feel like he's taken quite a beating, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Then he
So
is
that's
still
not close.
standing.
All right, I swing again.
Can't do anything about that. Another hit. He is still up. Kind of barely hanging on after you see he's like holding his side with his shield arm, like where he got hit by the axe, and his armor is just like massively dented into the point where this particular set of plate mail armor is probably beyond repair at this point. Having been crushed like a tin can. And then if that is that, Alexei, it is your turn. You are prone on the ground, remember.
Yep. I'll spend half my movement to get up, as you do. And then I will go to Shocking Grasp, Mr. Hobgoblin.
Go for it.
Come on, sheep.
Can't do anything about that one. 9 damage. That will hit. The lightning courses through its plate mail armor, sort of spasming it, and its like guard temporarily drops.
Excellent. I will move up here.
Its token will move eventually.
There we go.
If you move like that, the wyvern will get an attack against you.
I stay where I am.
You can move closer to the wyvern, like in that direction, but you can't move away from it.
Yeah, you could move in between Harshnag and Sirak, for instance.
So yeah, it's got reach, so I can move.
Yeah, you can kind of like
You
move.
could be within 10
here.
feet of it. As long as you're within 10 feet of it.
There.
Yeah, you can kind of duck through over there. All right, Sir Alamir, you kind of finish retching all over the ground, having recovered from this terrible curse that Alexei cast upon you.
I dip my poleaxe in the vomit, and I throw it at Alexei. I'll take my thud attack to the hobgoblin.
Ooh.
I
no, wait.
believe that
Can
you have to make it relies on you making the attack, so you have to make at least one
Okay,
attack
when you
first.
take the attack action,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, one swing. Damn it!
Unfortunately, that will miss.
Another swing. Damn it! Thud. Damn it!
The thud will manage to hit, cracking it in the armor, but it's still like standing, like it kind of staggered a little bit.
This fucking hobgoblin.
These are like pretty like beefy looking hobgoblins. Like they look a little bit more tough than your run of the mill hobgoblin.
Oh wait, sorry. I can re-roll that 4. Let's see if we can deal some more damage. 3, so 2 more damage. 9 damage.
2 more damage. Still up.
All right, yeah, that's it.
Yep, still up. Right, Zurich.
I'm gonna walk down here and stay within range with that one. I'm gonna cast this one to heal Alexia up to half. That's pretty much 5 times my cleric level, which is 35.
Yeah, so you can just whatever the difference. What's half your max HP, Alexei, which is 25 plus 4, 29. So what you take 23 of that would get Alexei up to half, and then the other healing can be directed at somebody else who's below half.
Yes, and I was wondering if Al Quill was against his health. Then you take the rest. And it was 35 altogether. So it's 6
so
left.
6
Or
6
13,
left over.
12, something.
Okay. Just.
Oh, it's so good to have a cleric.
So you can heal for 4 of that.
Yep, I can heal for 4.
So 2 hit points into the ether, but that's fine. You managed to heal everybody.
Unless Harshnag can take it.
No.
I don't know. I don't see his helper. I don't know.
He's
just-
no.
Putting it out there.
Very well.
Is that an action or?
That is, yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna do.
Very well. This hobgoblin recovers from the static shock that Alexei has delivered him, kind of narrowing his eyes, seeing the situation. Why is Alquil large all of a sudden?
I have no idea.
Make yourself small again.
I can't. I have no control over making my token smaller.
The hobgoblin is going to kind of seeing this
Trap
situation.
fast on us more.
Is going to run to the wyvern. Yes.
Oh, this is gonna hurt, isn't it?
It's going to
This is
run
gonna
over to
hurt
the
a lot, isn't it?
wyvern.
He's not going to be able to hit you. You have shield.
Going to have here.
This-
He's going to
this-
attack Zurich
This is gonna hurt a lot, isn't it?
No, he's not going to hit you.
with his longsword 3 times. First swing. That will miss. Second swing. Let me go
Missed.
ahead and maybe.
Will still miss. No, it
Nope,
won't.
that will
Fuck, no
miss. Yep. And then the last swing will miss. He then is going to spend half his movement mounting onto the wyvern. And then, now that he is controlling the wyvern is going to disengage and fly its full movement speed 80 feet up, kind of like at an angle, flying up 80 feet and kind of this way. Seeming to like being flying back, kind of like around and back towards the main encampment. This hobgoblin, seeing his friend has like abandoned him, is just going
Takes his
to.
own life.
He is going to fight to the death, as it were, just swinging with wild abandon at will. 3 attacks. No special tricks here. 1, 2, 3. One of those will catch you for 4. Harsh Nag. He's going to shout, and he says, "We cannot let that one get away and get reinforcements. I trust you can take care of this weakling." And he is going to go charging after his full speed here, grabbing like a piece of a tree, breaking it off, and then hurling it at the wyvern as he runs. The hobgoblin's going to take a swing at him as he does so. Manages to catch him in the back of the foot, but Harshnag doesn't really seem phased by it at all.
Decapitates him.
And then he is going to throw a rock, quote unquote, at the wyvern, who is unfortunately at disadvantage range because he's 80 feet up. Rock. Ooh, it just barely misses. Wyvern doesn't get its own turn because it's controlled by the hobgoblin. Alquil.
Let's see.
This guy's still alive, remember?
Yeah, he's like
Yes,
barely
but-
there.
But
Nobody cares anymore.
it is more important to get that wyvern.
I was thinking of making Sir Alamir fly.
I was thinking about making dwarves fly, but I was like, might be bad.
I have to reload the.
Well, actually,
it's not letting me collect tokens.
Making Zurich fly, you're closer.
Make
How far
Hashtag
away is
fly.
it again?
My gosh, that fly!
Yo, that's not a bad idea, actually.
I forgot that we have a fly spell. I was thinking of having Hashtag throw me, but you know.
It's not a bad idea. Harshnag, go get him, buddy!
Dwarven cannonball.
let's see, it's touch range. Can I get to Harshnag? I could actually.
Damn. We should have grappled that wyvern.
I'm sorry I didn't
Should have
grapple it when it was killing me.
restrained it in some sort of magical vines.
So what you doing, Alquil?
What is
Loading
he
into
doing?
Roll20.
Oh, he's loading into Roll20.
It was not letting me select my token. So.
Unacceptable.
I could fireball it, but I don't think that would take it down.
How is the wyvern looking? I was standing right in front of him.
I mean, you know, ferocious, intimidating, pissed off.
Pretty healthy.
It's only taken 42 damage by my calculations.
Only 42.
Only 42. Wait, considering that I'm assuming it has a lot of health.
Wyverns are tough creatures.
And I am weak and squidgy.
Like the other wyvern took like 120 something damage before it went down. Your connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now? Okay. I was planning to go try and get closer to the wyverns. I could shoot it with Ray of Frost.
Okay. What's the range of Ray of Frost?
60.
60. So if you move directly towards it, you're 30 feet movement, right?
Yeah.
It will. Well, because it's 80 feet in the air, you can't get close enough.
Fuck.
Corona.
Yes.
Nice. Kiss me.
No.
Sure.
He's still gonna move.
But you see, as you're sort of like running forward, you see sort of like Harshnag kind of like puts a hand aside, and he says, "Come here, I will give you a boost."
Oh shit.
Okay. I will run over to Harshnag then.
All right. Yeah. So if you allow him to, he'll sort of like lift you up and put you on his shoulder for now. So you're
Yes.
now like a little bit closer. Fortunately, you have to.
Oh my god! Now
you
I have to make Harshnag fly.
You have to dash to get up to him, but you're now sort of like there on his shoulder, kind of like hanging on.
Cool. That will be my turn then.
All right, Alexei.
Yes. Okay, right, there we go. For some reason things weren't responding. Yes. Alright, seeing this, I'll like run up to Harshnag and I'll say, fly after the beast, I'll make you able. And then, come on. Fly.
Very well.
On Harshnag.
Question is he a creature?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything's a creature except for objects.
Yeah. So as you cast this spell, there's like sort of this weightlessness, and he says, "It has been some time since I've had this familiar magic cast upon me. Thank you, small one."
You're welcome.
All right, Sir Alamir.
All right, let's see if this stubborn little bastard can go down.
Everyone just leaves Sir Alamir to mop up.
Yep. That's gonna be a no.
That is a no on the first one.
Mike, why?
That's gonna be maybe. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna use my my last superiority die
Okay,
to make a precise strike.
go for it.
Please roll more than 6.
Every time it's the one.
Unfortunately, that will miss. The halberd thud, however, as you just sort of like in
One more damage.
in
8
anger,
damage.
in anger, swinging around, having missed your 2 attacks, you just with all your force twirl around, end of the halberd, slam into the back of this hobgoblin's head, knocking him to the ground.
Irish superiority dies no shit all the time.
Blood begins pooling out of the joints of this like heavily dented and crushed tin can of plate mail armor.
And I'll spend my movement to just keep thudding him for a little bit.
Just angry, just like bam, 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 bam.
Angry that the plate armor has been destroyed.
Yeah.
We have a smith, remember?
I have 2.
Zurich.
Yes. I'm gonna run there. Down here. Was it?
Very well.
No, it was one more further down. Here. How far away am I from the wyvern now?
Well, you are the furthest away of the distances, so it is 80 feet. Because it's 80 feet up in the air.
Okay. I'm gonna dash. And get myself down here. Yeah. Yes. That's all I can do this round.
Very well. The hobgoblin. He is going to spend his turn switching there, and then sort of kick the heel on the wyvern, which flies away at great speed. In this direction, full speed. This one is dead. Harshnag. He begins running towards the wall, and he says, "Hold on, this is going to get bumpy." And as he runs towards the wall, you see he sort of leaps up into the air and begins sort of flying forward. You kind of like grab a hold like as tight as you can. The wind suddenly like rushing at your face as this massive giant leaps into the air. He is going to go 60 feet, right?
Yep.
There. And you can see it now, the wyvern sort of quickly flying away. And so Harshnag is going to have to dash to try to like keep up. And he says, "This creature is faster than us still. I need you to slow it down somehow."
All right. I think I will be able to do that if I hit this.
He does have a projectile to throw, actually.
He would have disadvantage from that location. His odds aren't very good. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. Maybe. Alquill.
Alright, I will. Alright, I'll hold out my hand and fire off a ray of frost. 19 against the
will hit.
wyvern.
That will hit. You hit the wyvern in the back, and suddenly its wings begin flapping like somewhat slower.
Still think it's faster than us.
It might be. Alexei.
How far away is it now from where I am?
Quite far. Like you're, like 170, 160 feet.
Right, okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't have 2 concentrations going at once, so good luck, guys. I think Alexei will just look to Zurich and say, it's like, I think it's gone too far for us to be able to do anything.
I look over at him, Alex, and I look at the hobgoblin that's still fighting.
No, that one's dead.
So-
Yeah.
That's what's that.
Is that one? Oh, right. I go like,
You look over and Sir Alamir is just like bashing it in the back of the head with his with his halberd.
I like reach into my pouch and I kind of like pull out some like beef jerk and I go like,
Yep. Alexei will head back over here to where Sir Alamir is. And I suppose I'll ready a firebolt in case anything else comes out the cave hole.
All right.
Are we good?
Sir Elamir, what are you doing in the meantime?
I'll have a run in towards the cave to see if there's anything. I'll run over here, and I'll like have a listen and see if there's any commotion, any echo, like hearing if anything is happening.
You don't hear anything as far as you can, like, sort of with your just passive perception. You do not hear any sounds of oncoming fighting.
I'll dash and move back out.
Okay. Xeric, you up to anything?
Yeah, I'll basically like sprint up here as fast as I can. 50. So I'll run up here.
Okay. The Hobgoblin is going to turn and fire a few shots with its bow at Harshnag.
First one I will protect.
Alright, disadvantage. That is a miss. Second one. Also a miss. Harshnag just charges headlong. The second arrow just like slamming into the dragon skull helmet that Harshnag wears. And then the wyvern is going to fly off full speed, and you see it like flies forward and then suddenly like dives down and like swoops into the other entrance of the cave.
In here.
No,
Where?
further in front, and kind of swoops down and then like out of sight as it flies in. Let's see, it'd be 140 because you hit it with that, so there. And you kind of like lose sight of it because of the angles.
Shit.
Harshnag kind of like there, and he says, "Do we pursue? There could be further enemies in there."
So it could be.
Martin, you're breathing down the microphone.
Don't even breathe. I've stopped breathing a year ago.
He says, "Perhaps we should take our victories where they lie, retreat
Yes,
and regroup."
Yeah, I don't think it's safe to pursue further.
He sort of nods and says, "Very well, let us return to the others." And he sort of turns back and begins flying back.
Man, if only I had Longstrider prepared.
And he has enough movement to actually like fly. You see him like return to very quickly, like turns around, flies back, and sort of slams into the ground. And he says, "We were unable to keep up. It retreated into a cave. We thought it prudent to regroup."
What now? Do we carry on?
That depends. Do we have any inclination of how many there are?
We've killed 3 hill giants.
I would say we could take a stand inside the cave, where their passage would be, where their numbers wouldn't count for as much.
And take
Possible.
a short rest, maybe.
We could attempt to take the short rest, but I feel like they were going to be sending up more forces soon.
Indeed.
Can I go and take the hobgoblin the full plate of the hobgoblin?
That'll be
I'll help him.
that'll be quite the endeavor, given how like crushed and like battered it's become. You're actually probably going to have to use tools to like cut it off of the goblin, just because of how like dented it's gotten.
Yeah, like
We start chopping him up.
It probably would be
Harshnag
easier.
still has the.
Yes, James?
Yeah, I was gonna say Harshnag still has the fly spell. We can all just
Yeah.
hop on his back, take a goblin corpse with us, and then fly away and take a little short rest and come back.
I suppose. I
This is
was going to
true.
say that it would be easier to take the hobgoblin with us than it is to like tear it off now.
yeah, like the thing is everyone was talking, so I'm just starting while everyone was talking. So I'm like,
Yeah, you're not gonna make much meaningful progress.
No, I'm just.
Then I'll pick up the corpse and throw it
Yeah,
on my
help.
shoulder.
Right.
The one that you didn't cave in the helmet of, or oh wait,
But
no, that
wait.
one got away. Never mind.
Being a good dwarf, I walk behind Almer holding his legs.
Stop
Holding
holding
the
my
leg.
legs.
No, holding the hobgoblin legs, you twat.
Yeah, so Hartag sort of like kneels down and says, let us away from this place then. They will have some time to regroup, but I think we came out the better in this skirmish.
Yes, Richard too.
Quite.
Clink clink.
Are you
clink,
able
clink.
to? Are you able to carry all of us?
Looking at all of you, he just sort of like bellows, and he says, what do you take me for? Easily. Come on, hop on.
I jump 20 feet and land on his shoulders with the corpse on my shoulder.
Why? Because I can.
I thought the day would result in us riding Harshnag the Grey. Gonna be real. Didn't expect that.
The Grey?
The Grim, sorry.
How dare you? All right. I whip the reins. Harshnag, go! And we like gallop.
Oh, please don't offend Harshnag. All right.
Probably,
I just had
probably not a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you all sort of kind of fly off a distance away until the fly spell sort of expires, and you've gotten pretty far away from the immediate vicinity, and you find someplace kind of like safe to rest for a while.
I just had a thought earlier when we were playing. I've now Quill flying invisibility, right? And both times that I've done so, he's gone off on his own to attack someone else.
What do you mean? What did you give me fly?
Remember when we were defending Golden Fields?
Oh,
I gave you fly, and then you ran off to fight those giants on your own. And then here, I gave you invisibility, and you went off to try and snipe Gaelish Van in some personal vendetta and failed.
Vailish Gant, not Gaelish Vaunt.
Whatever.
Same, Thor. Same.
Same.
It's your quest, even. Like, come on.
My quest is the staff, not the man.
So, what? Like, have we landed somewhere else now?
Yeah. So you're like a distance
You
away.
still remember the man who stole the stuff.
So, first I'm gonna spend 10 minutes doing this. If that just work. Oh, right.
Also, about the giants, in my defense, I killed them.
And that's also +4.
I've won that fight.
And +4.
All right, let Martin do his thing here.
So that's 20 healing for everyone.
20.
Okay, that's
So,
what,
plus
6
20.
creatures.
Almost back to.
Okay,
Oh,
so you can.
actually.
How much does Harshnag need? 'Cause he took some hits.
I'm not judging the outcome since you did win the giant fight. I'm judging the judgment behind it.
Right.
Well, the judgment behind it is I needed to save people, and we needed to get there as quickly as possible. So I
Can I-
went ahead because that is what Alquil would do. As for Vailish Gant, again, the judgment is he's a fucking dangerous spellcaster.
Me and Martin, me and Sir Alamir and Xerox starts taking the armor off of the hobgoblin
My short rest button isn't working.
by
actually.
chopping its fucking arms and head off.
I don't think that's how you take armor off.
The arms and the head are the things that goes into the armor, keeping it in place on your body.
But what about all those straps and latches you'll be cutting through?
Yeah, and that's why we have this.
Oh yeah.
So I cut things, mend it together as we've take it open, mend it, and just hit the.
You're gonna have to actually go to a forge to repair it to the point where it's wearable.
Yeah, I'm just getting it off in as a good piece as possible, so it's repairable.
But between the two of you, you can, within the hour or so, if everyone's taking a short rest, you can extricate the hobgoblin corpse from the armor.
As usual, good, nice of you to start rolling before we've confirmed a short rest there. James.
As usual.
Yep.
As per usual.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a thing.
All right. So if the intent then is that you are taking a short rest,
Yes.
you are far enough away from the encampment that you're in no immediate danger, so you can complete that short rest and roll hit dice if you would so like.
I will put the plate mail in my bag of holding as and toggle right like needs repairing.
Why is your hit dice 6 out of 6 for?
Because he hasn't used any yet?
Well,
Yeah.
no, but like 6 out of 6 shouldn't it be 7 out of 7 because you're
Well,
level
I, think
7?
I have 2 different hit dice.
He has one sorcerer hit die.
Yeah, I
Oh
have
yeah,
6 paladins and 1 sorcerer.
all right, gotcha.
While everyone is resting, I'll just ask Hashnag. Hashtag, what are the chances that they'll be able to get reinforcement within a short period of time?
He says, I cannot say for certain. But he says, from what I observed, however, patrols would return hourly, perhaps, but not always. There is a good chance that none will show, but there is a chance that they do return, some of them.
I suppose Wyverns would be quick to respond, so that we should assume the worst if we were to go back, that they might have some more Wyvern riders, potentially.
Yeah.
And he says,
During
perhaps.
the short rest, I also informed Hashnag of like the layout of what we've seen so far and
And how
of the
many
cavern.
giants we took down, and
Yeah. What the cavern system revealed, that beyond the cavern it did lead into like further into the main like Grudhog, but we came to that like palisade area which we couldn't pass, and there was like all these animals.
an Ettin barking orders.
Yeah, net in those barking orders.
He says, still no signs of your companion.
No.
No.
And he says, and I believe we must keep searching. He says, let us rest and return to the assault before they can
Yes.
get too many reinforcements. Can one of you, any one of you, please roll for me 1d100?
Just hear everyone. Okay, let's go.
All right. Yeah, so you all finish your short rest. You are rested and recovered of all your short rest abilities and hit points. And may begin the march back on Grudhaug. Unfortunately,
Yes.
not flying, so it'll be a little bit slower going. But you weren't so far away that it'll take more than maybe like 20, 30 minutes to arrive there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we flew towards the east.
Yeah, just straight off to the.
Yeah,
to the
so
east.
we'll make our way back to the same position, and I'll say to Alexei, perhaps you could send Hawkeye a little bit ahead of us, just to make sure that they haven't prepared any defense right where we are meant to go.
Hockey's now on scouting patrol. Go, Hockey, go!
I think there's something wrong with your hawk.
Making crowd noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, sending the hawk down through. Where you just gonna send it into like that little cave section where you had explored in before.
Well, I'm gonna send Hockey to like, it's like 100 feet, so like 100 feet in front, so we can keep mental communication while we get closer to where we were.
Sure, yeah. So like getting staying within range or whatever. Hockey's kind of flying up. From what the hawk can see looking out, it does not appear as though any additional like reinforcements have been made to the outer section of the cave there, and the encampment is still sort of like relatively empty. Everything else is as it was. Doing a quick flyover, there are still a large group of hobgoblins and ogres kind of like working to repair the watchtower on the one side. There's still sort of like a giant keeping guard somewhat within the entrance of the main entrance of the hall. But it doesn't seem as though any like further reinforcements have been made in the short period of time since you attacked and left.
Right. I'll relay that information. Doesn't look like much has changed since we last were here.
All right, can you check inside the cavern? Our entry point into the complex.
Yeah, are we like near outside the cavern at this point?
Yeah, so you could be like, within range where your hawk can like fly in.
In it goes.
Right, flying into the sort of like side cavern here. It flies into the first room. Again, it's sort of like very dimly lit, so the hawk can't see too great in here. But there are no like signs of other creatures. Although the bodies of the hill giants seem to have been moved.
It's a bit dark, so Hockey couldn't see much. The bodies have been moved, but he didn't see much else.
All right, so they've been there then, but I didn't see much. Perhaps we should try the assault, I say. Harshnag, could you this time? I think you should come with us.
And he says, very well, I shall take up the rear then. I will have some difficulty squeezing through this small passageway.
Understandable, yes. But the caverns become bigger once we're inside.
Yes, it's only about a 30 feet narrow tunnel for you.
They may have laid traps, considering we went in the same way last time. Maybe we should have a look to see if that's the case.
Yes, we shall approach with caution.
All right,
Brayark. Would you be able to scout for traps?
I mean, might be good at finding them. I don't know.
I mean, he
Okay.
literally
I don't think we have any other like.
I mean, if you just like kind of like look at his card there. I mean, he literally can cast.
Okay. Yes, find traps.
Thor, wake up!
Yes. Yes.
Wake up!
So if you would like, Brayark can indeed sort of like move ahead and see if he can find any traps.
Yes.
All right. So he spends some time, basically doing a non-magical version of find traps. How much does it take? Is that an action?
It's an action and it's a 120 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So he takes a moment to like look around, and kind of like nods, and says, no traps that I can detect. And he says, it seems clear.
All right. Let's
Very
go.
good. Cool. Would you take the lead?
Yes. Me and Alamir will be in front.
Yeah.
Who has Brio's card at the moment?
I have.
Okay.
That's why I referred to Alquil.
Man, I just noticed he had Long Strider. You may have been able to catch up to the Wyvern for that.
If you guys are proceeding in, we can just sort of have you like basically as you get through, everybody kind of like funnels into the area here. Harshnag sort of taking a moment to like squeeze in his plate mail armor like through this passageway. It takes like a while to get through before he eventually like gets into this like larger area.
I cast light on myself.
All right. I believe you are.
All right.
Projecting
so
light.
I have a remember. So Alamir, remember when we looked at that palisade and was like, we can't climb over that because it's gonna just trap us.
Yes.
I have a new idea.
I look at the Harshnag. I think I know what you're at.
He just sort of like laughs, and his laugh like reverberates through the cave, kind of like causing it to shake, and some like dust scatters from the ceiling.
All right. Note to ourselves: don't make Harshnag laugh. We don't want this place to collapse.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
got this
will
very
lead-
like deep, like booming laugh.
So I will lead Harshnag towards that place.
Okay. Making your way over there, you do not encounter any like enemies or whatever, so we can just kind of we'll move you through and over to. I assume you're the ramp where it's kind of fenced in.
Yeah.
I'll move you
Yes.
to the entrance of the ramp here. As you like make your way through.
Man, whenever a token moves, it just lags so much.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, so and then you see like Harshnag sort of like kneels down, like doing his best to like whisper, despite his like giant size, and he says, "So what is the plan? Should I charge ahead and tear down their walls?"
It says, yes, I was thinking that if you could tear down the walls, we'll maybe take them by surprise. But at least we would have a way to retreat if anything should go bad. And then, well, I don't think that from what we saw, I don't think there's too many enemies to worry about.
There's the Etten, and then at least one or more that he was barking orders at.
Yes.
Perhaps we should should move in to be prepared for when Harshnag tears it down.
Yes, I was thinking the same.
I guess we'll post up right around the corner or something.
Sure, yeah. With your size, you could probably actually like go down into the fenced-off area and like hide somewhere in there.
Right.
Give you like the
Yeah,
best.
they didn't see us earlier, so
Yeah, like there's gaps in the fences, but they're not like large. They're like enough to see through, and you'd only like see through them if you were actually like paying attention.
Yeah, it's Ettins and bugbears.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like Harshnag sort of like hangs back, waiting for like a signal or whatever, for everyone to
Alright.
like get into position.
No, we'll do the whisper game. Like or now that Alcohol is down there, I'll go like, Zerk, go. Can you go and wave to Harshnag?
Yeah. Clink, 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 back here. And I go like, come on.
Right.
Silently? Eh?
But only do small earthquakes when you walk.
Tiny earthquakes.
And he says, if I'm tearing down
Only
this
two-
wall, there's not going to be much room for stealth. And he
Yes,
says,
we're not going to be
I suggest you prepare yourself.
Yeah,
and-
and storming in.
Yeah, so he is going to sort of let out a cry as he like storms down the passageway, barreling past you all and kind of smashing through this section of the fence, letting out a loud battle cry. Immediately, all the creatures in the room turn, kind of like surprised, as this giant like barges into the room. But they all seem to be like ready for an attack. They have like weapons on guard, kind of taking up a defensive position. And yes, everybody roll initiative as Harshnag charges through. And you see the Etten kind of like raises its weapons. You see it's wielding this battle axe and this morning star, and it shouts, "Intruders!" And the other head is like, "Oinker boinker, feed well tonight."
Did you say oinker boinker?
Yes. And here's a fun handout. There you go. That's kind of what it
even
looks
Oh
like.
my
down here.
god!
Oinker boinker. Nice. Which one is Oinker and which one is Boinker?
I mean, you'd have to ask and find out.
You like the switch?
Why does he boink oinks?
He's the Oink Boinker.
And you will notice that the room beyond this fence is just like filled to the brim with like pigs. There are quite a few of them packed in here.
Brad, they're called police officers. Stop
Wow.
And here I thought it was bacon. Oh man.
it. No,
Yeah, I was
bacon.
just thinking as
Bacon is
well.
appreciated.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, if we succeed in this, I guess dinner's sorted.
Sirik, you're gonna roll yourself in.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm trying to manage
Use
to
on
click
my
on my fucking
Man, should I haste Harshnag?
Oh, that would be destructive.
I mean, he is the biggest damage dealer here. So, you know, keep him alive at all
Yeah,
costs.
where
We're the support team.
Where's his party?
Yeah, I'm considering like casting Shield of Fate on him.
He's just
I
a
mean,
battering
we
ram that
are-
we point at the enemy.
We're basically just his henchmen.
Yeah, he is.
We'll just
he is
throw
the
every
leader of
buff
this
we
party.
have in the game on him.
He is the leader of this party now.
Yes.
Hashtag, how may we serve?
All right, is
Anything you
everybody
request me, Lord?
in?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
believe so. Yes.
I believe so.
All right.
I mean, let's be honest. When we lost Lucas, we kind of just traded up.
Yeah,
What happened
I
to
mean-
Lucas, by the way?
he got
No,
he
he
got
got
captured, but I
He
mean,
got captured by the Hill Giants.
Yeah.
We're trying to find him. That's the whole. That's the whole
Nice.
motivation behind this infiltration.
All right, Alexei.
Yep. Haste on Harshnag the Grim.
I'm gonna move my stuff back.
Okay. All right. No, I mean, I should have expected this. Really, that this is what would happen.
okay, Brad, enjoy playing your game. We got to
Just, we all take dodge actions every turn. Just,
No,
you have to follow on heal hashtag.
yeah.
yeah. just heal him every time he needs healing.
And keep me from losing my goddamn concentration, please.
Why didn't you? Oh man, we should have thought of this before we battle ramp. We should have placed Alexei on top of Hashnag.
Yes, so I can just be shot at
throwing
by arrows.
fireballs.
Yes.
Like one of the
You know what?
towers in Shadow of Mordor or whatever it's called.
I'm joining in on this.
Shield of Fate on Harshnag.
Okay then. Oh man. Just
All right. I'm gonna run next to Hashtag and use my protection action.
Harshnag just
Yeah.
be
Just running up behind him and going like, "Let's go!"
I guess we're doing this.
I appreciate the trust you've placed in me, small ones.
It just gets like more and more enhanced as he's running. It's just like bigger, stronger, faster every move.
Oh no,
Uh,
enlarge is probably a concentration spell, isn't it? Fuck.
do you have an action that you would like to do, Zurich?
Is there anything else I can do?
Sacred Flame.
No. I mean to boost him, man. Fuck that.
Not as an action, no. You
Climb
can hit
onto
one of these.
Harshnag.
You
Climb
take that
on.
one. You're 60 feet from this guy.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can boost Hashnag anymore.
I
No,
don't no
Dash
you
action
mean-
to
You
climb
have
onto
already
him.
used a
so
spell.
can
You
heal
can't
him.
use another spell. Though.
Yeah, you can't cast another spell.
Yeah, let's just fucking sacred flame that guy.
Bugbear.
You can see.
Man, what a sacred flame.
All right.
Have you seen your firebolts?
Yeah, that is 1 and a 2. Man, feels bad, man. Deck save. That succeeds.
Oh wow.
That's good. He's used up one of his 20s.
That's not how it
I don't
works.
think he has a limited amount of them.
You say that, but that tends to be how it goes.
I used my 1 and he used his 20, so I mean, I'm happy. That's me. It's Hashnag's
Alright.
turn.
Harshnag.
Actually, I'm just gonna move right inside. Can I?
We can't move through the dynamic lighting. Brad has to move us.
Yeah.
Haha!
Let me actually. I think if this is not connected to other stuff, there
They're
is
not connected.
there is gaps. Yeah,
They're
there's-
singular.
Yeah. You
Maybe
just
little
need to like
gaps.
move it.
I'll
through
just
the
like
gaps there.
delete. I'll just delete a bunch of them. There, where the fence got caved in. You
Yes.
should be able to move through that area then. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Harshnag, you see, again, kind of like lets out a cry, and he says, says, I would not have all the fun for myself, however. And you see he like sort of slams his axe, like the handle side of the head, kind of like down on the ground, like readying it almost like a golf club. And he says, "Come, I will propel you into battle."
Yes!
No, that's not the point! We're buffing you! Go!
Yes! Oh, I hope can he do that to more than one of us?
And he just sort of says, "Let's show that two-headed pig who's boss."
Yes. Yes.
Who did he say that to?
It's kind of like a general, like just whoever
Alright.
gets here first, really. You don't think the head of his axe is probably not big enough to like deal with like two people at once?
Damn it.
I'll say to Alquil, would you allow me?
It's just like, by all means, go ahead.
Thank you.
You deal more damage.
All right,
And I
the
have a ranged attack.
bugbears are all going to go. 3. 30. They kind of like run up to the edge of the water here. These ones are going to run across the bridge. These ones are actually just going to dash.
2 more. I didn't see those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bugbears,
Yeah.
but they're. I don't think they're too much to worry about, unless they're all bugbear bosses.
And unless Brad keeps cheesing us from our awesome tactics.
Alright, so these 3 are going to unleash javelins at Harshnag, who currently has an AC of 25.
Show us these nat 20s to hit them.
1, 2. Yeah, they all just pepper like just plink, 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 just off of his armor.
What did I say about these toothpicks?
You know, like, I got the feeling that when he's moving, there's like an afterimage.
Alright, Alquil.
Yes.
Alquil, go, Alquil.
Alright. 15. 20. 30. I'll not move up to it like Harshnag's golf club.
Harshnag's golf club.
What else would you call it?
His axe.
So I'll fire against one of those bugbears. Actually, I'll fire against this one, so he'll be slowed down. How far away is the other bugbear actually? That one is 25. Yeah, actually, I'll fire against the closest bugbear. I'll fire. Boom. 14 for 8 against this one.
14 is a miss, unfortunately. The bugbear manages to sort of get up this like hide and wood shield to block the attack. If that is all, then it is Sir Alamir's turn.
Alright, Hashtag! Throw!
Alright. So you sort of like run up in front of his axe, like bracing yourself, and he just says, "Ready!"
Yes.
And he says,
And I like raise my pole arm in the air.
and he says,
Hopefully, it won't hurt you.
he says, "Special delivery coming up!" And he sort of drags his axe through the ground, and as you're like braced against it, and swings with incredible force. You go shooting forward like a rocket aimed directly at this Etten, flying
Night
over the
Reaper!
head of the bugbears. So he throws you at the Etten. The Etten's going to make a dex save.
Now we're just for Hashnag's ammunition.
Which it fails. So you impact like into the Aten. You did travel quite a distance at some speed. You take 11 points of damage from the impact. The Etten takes the other 11 as you like collide into it. But as your like action, like you that didn't cost you anything, so you now have your full like turn and you're right next to it.
Swing. I'll add a superiority die to increase my chance to
because
hit.
you loaded back up.
Yep.
Oh, short wrist classes.
I fucking hate this game.
14 is still a hit.
Oh!
The Etten is not is large and not incredibly well armored, and is kind of basically naked except for a loincloth.
It was just brought on to look
sorry,
after the pigs, and now we're killing them.
Alright. Second swing. Ooh.
That will unfortunately miss.
Oh,
okay.
Why not?
Go ahead.
28 for 13
that
damage.
That will definitely do it.
Yeah. And I will... That is a... I'm gonna boink the oink. Boink. 13 for... I'll reroll the damage. Oh, is that a hit?
13 is a hit. Yes.
Okay, I'll reroll the damage. For 1 more damage, so 8 damage.
8, okay.
Does he look particularly harmed?
You've made like a couple. You've made like a couple of good like slashes in his hide. He's still like standing and seems like relatively like firm, but you've definitely kind of like pushed him. Like he's bloodied. That is a 3, so can't reroll that. So 9 more points of damage. And another 9. So you, propelled by Harshnag, just lay into this Etten as you kind of like come up to it, hitting like this rocket ship basically. And afterwards, you kind of like land on your feet nearby, spinning around with your halberd. The Etten is still standing, but like pretty severely wounded after this attack, and very like confused about what just happened.
That's my turn.
All right. The Etten, sort of still reeling from this assault, is going to raise both of its arms sort of at once, and with this like cry, is going to bring them down on you. Battle axe and a 24. Measure hit, I assume.
Big hit.
For 8 points of damage, and then the Morning Star will miss. The second head like swings down, and the other head just like shouts at him like, "What you doing? He right there. Why you miss?" And it's like, "Shut up, you! Try not kill pigs. Excusers." And they're kind of like arguing between each other. Alexei.
Yes. All right. I will. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I'll move 20 feet up here. God, come on. And then I will firebolt one of these goblins.
They're bugbears, but sure.
What did you call them?
Goblins.
Well, I mean, they're goblinoids.
Thanks for.
14 unfortunately misses again. It just sort of blocks it with a shield. Zurich.
I walk up next to a Harshnag and I go like, "Throw me."
Yeah, so you do that, and he says, "Any requests?"
And I just point straight at the what's his Etten. And
Yeah.
I
So,
kind of like hold out my shield, and so like I'm gonna fly like shield bash it flying, just.
all right. Sounds good. Do you want to like
Cannonball
ready any sort of action or anything like that?
And basically, I'm gonna ready an attack like when I get there.
All right. Sounds good. So then on his turn, and he says, I am happy to oblige you, little one. Let us see what damage can be caused. And he sort of like, kind of like scoops you onto the edge of his axe. Again, like spins around, and you're kind of like grabbing onto the axe as he kind of like spins you around to gain momentum. Your face is kind of like peeling back a little bit, and then he hurls you at the Eden. And you similarly go flying towards it, kind of coming from his other side there, not to slam into this pillar. And again, the Eden will make a dexterity save. Definitely fails, so... again, you take 11 points of damage, the Eden takes 11 points of damage, and then you can make your attack against it.
What did it say then?
You take 11 points of damage from impacting the Eden, as like the damage is split between the two of you as you collide with it. But then you also get your ready to attack.
I'll just slam.
All right. So what really happens is that you are flung by Harshnag at this creature, readying your axe as you're like flying midair, like trying your best, like the wind peeling at your face from the force of being thrown. You fly at this creature and swing your axe at just the perfect moment. And as you go to like collide into it, your axe tears through, cutting deep into the neck, almost severing the head completely of one of the heads. This spurt of blood. The other one like looks confused, screams out in pain and agony, and then the whole creature just sort of like topples backwards, falling over, like crushing a number of pigs beneath its bulk.
Dying?
Yes.
Yes, it's that.
I look over. I look over at Harsh and I go like, "You go, man!
Strike!
All right. The bugbears are just like what? what
They
just,
thought they had us surrounded.
what just happened? They are just
have you
they
surrounded.
they are just like so like confused. Hold on, I'm going to.
Surrender. Join us. We will overthrow the hill giants, and together we will take over Grudhawk.
Alquill, whose side are you on?
The side of conquest.
Yes, we are conquering Grudhawk.
Weren't we like foolhardy adventurers? I don't recall us being conquerors. This wasn't a shift that I was made aware of.
Sounds like treason to me.
You're my family's employee!
No, I'm Hashtag's cannonball crew.
We are the cannibals.
Yes, we shall. We have
Oh,
sport loyalty. to
hail the
Hashtag.
great cannonball.
Hashtag shall become the new king of Grudhawk. Hashtag shall become the new king of giants.
Slowly
couldn't make
backs
law.
up.
We can't.
Slowly start backing out and leaving.
we couldn't
Did
make
you say
love.
we should make love?
Yep. We what? No, I said we couldn't make lob into the into the king of giants.
Oh my
So we're
God.
gonna make Hashtag instead.
I'm scared now.
You don't have to be afraid. Hashtag makes everything okay. Come, join the warmth.
All right.
Drink
So,
Kool-Aid.
a number of the bugbears, upon over whose head was catapulted several several party members, they like retreat. The rest kind of like move in. One of them managed to get within range to melee attack Alquil. One of them to melee attack Xeric, and then one of them is going to throw a javelin at Alquil. So, first and foremost, the melee attacks. One against Alquil will do first. 19 will miss you, I believe.
Does not hit.
Xeric against you, the melee attack, misses. And then the javelin against Alquil. Range misses, sort of flies wide. Then the other one had to dash. These ones are... You see a couple more bugbears like clambering over this other fenced-in section, kind of unaware of what's going on, and they kind of like land on the ground, like looking at the situation, seeing their like comrades run, like they're shouting, going back and forth. and just panic and confusion basically is setting in as Alquil. It is your turn.
I will green flame blades, and I shall attack I'm gonna hit the bugbear to the left and flame it over to one in the middle.
All right.
Is there a girl next to you?
Oh, okay,
Nice.
and then.
Nice.
So the damage against the primary target will be doubled. The splash damage is not.
Yes. Make a melee attack weapon against creature. On target. What? Where's the damage?
It does D8, right? Because
Yeah, it's a D8 plus.
no, so it's a D8. It's just a D8 on the primary target, and then it's a D8 plus. It's a D8 plus your modifier on the secondary.
Yeah, so it's 9 against the primary targets from the crit,
Okay.
and then it is 11 on the secondary targets.
All right. So the primary target, heavily wounded, scorched in flame, but still standing. Similarly, the other one kind of scorched by the fire, but still otherwise standing.
Yep, and that's me.
All right, Sir Halamir, you look at the now partially decapitated corpse of the Etten that has crushed a number of pigs and these fleeing bugbears.
You kill stealer. Do you have this guy?
Like white hair.
I'll take your silence as a yes, and I'll run here. Actually, I'll take the 5 foot, and I'll lay into the. These are all running away, right?
Yeah, they were like fleeing.
All right, I'll take one more step like that, and I'll lay into the one above me. I'll re-roll that 10 to 9, so that's 15 damage.
Nice.
Run them down and butcher them.
Yes, same target.
Take no prisoners. All right, second hit. Still up, but like pretty heavily wounded. You've now like cut across the back of its leg, kind of like injured its Achilles. It's now kind of like limping a bit as it's trying to like run away from you.
Thud.
All right, and with that, you spin around and slam it in the back, and it topples over into the small stream, sending mud and kind of like pig refuse scattering everywhere as it skids into the mud.
Oh, there's poopy everywhere.
Well, it is just pigs everywhere. It smells awful in here, by the way. Just so you're
Hold
aware.
on. I was standing there, 25 feet, and
Imagine using a fireball with all these pigs.
10. Alright, I have one more square to move, so I'll move to that square.
All right, they will get an attack of opportunity against you as you do so. So, attack. Oof. 19 points of damage from this Morning Star, as it's filled with anger at you having attacked its retreating companion.
I didn't want that.
Oinker Boinker is unfortunately dead before he could do much of anything. Alexei.
I wonder if he has
I will
anything special.
I will firebolt the hobgoblin that attacked Alquil. No, sorry, that Alquil attacked.
All right. Firing at the bugbear that he attacked. 17 will hit, and 16
Bugbear even.
is definitely enough to scorch this one and finish it off. It collapses to the ground and now heavily burnt from the 2 different fire attacks. And if there is nothing else, Xeric, you are up.
Morton? Okay, he's still there.
I'm here. I'm here.
There's a bugbear right beneath you.
Real? I'm sitting on the screen. I've just been fixing stuff on my PlayStation. I've been here.
You shouldn't sit on your screen. That's kind of damaging to it, I think.
I want to, okay? I do what I want to.
Sorry.
Okay, how...
Know your place, Mike.
Thanks.
How far is that? 60 feet. Okay, I will... Healing word. First level, that's +3 healing that one to Alamir. And then I will melee attack the guy that stands right below me.
All right, that is a hit. 13.
Nice,
Not
max
bad.
damage.
Good,
Almost max
solid
healing
blow
as well.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Harshnag.
I just gotta pull up my headset for 2 seconds. 2 sec.
Hold that headset.
Harshnag, big old hasted boy.
He is going to first, since he's in with range, he's going to attack this one that had been splashed with the fire. Yeah, he just pancakes that one. The axe actually like comes over you, Alquil, and you just see the blade in front of you just slam this bugbear into the ground, kind of spraying blood to both sides, and then like lift back up from in front of you.
Okay.
Harshnag just sort of like grins, and then he runs off, leaping easily over this wide stream. He's now hasted, so I think he'll move. He'll run to here, and I think that's within reach of both. I think he moves to like here, within reach. And then he is going to take another attack with his multi-attack at the bugbear, one of these ones that just climbed over the wall. Hitting, that is not enough to finish it, so he will then use the haste attack, swinging at it again, and that crushing it beneath the weight of his heavy great axe.
Alexius calls over to Alquil. Why don't you just bring Harshnag to begin with?
Well, we didn't know that because we didn't know that the tunnel was big enough for Harshnag to fit through.
So, quick question, Brad. Can I get a Harshnag sheet and you can take Xerox meanwhile?
No.
Oh, man.
It's a good try, though. It's a good try.
Worth a shot.
That's him. So then the bugbears, seeing as how they do not seem to have much of a chance of getting away. They are going to turn to fight you, Sir Elamir. These two kind of
Just tears streaming
flanking
down
you.
their face. I don't want this.
One to there. This one to here. All right, cool. They all.
Does that incur my?
So they didn't enter the reach. Well, how does the pole arm work? I don't think so.
When they
just
enter
because-
your
but
reach.
It doesn't. The Polar Master, I don't think it's triggered. But what about Sentinel? Because I think Sentinel is if they move 5 feet within your reach, you get to hit them.
No, it's if they leave my if I make an attack of opportunity on them. So that has nothing to do with that. Or if they attack a different creature other than me.
Yeah. So they were already in your reach, so they're not like entering
Yeah.
your reach. So you don't get that attack.
Go ahead, try to hit me. I
Right.
dare you.
So they will both attack you. 1, 2. Second one hits you.
Ow.
17.
Wait, hold on. Please tell me I chose that. I did not. Never mind.
All
Can't
right.
parry.
This one is going to attack Harshnag. Nope. This one is going to attack a Zurich. Nope. And then the last one attacks Alquil. 22. Or 13. And that is them. It is then your turn, Alquil.
Alright. I've got a booming blade. I haven't done that in a while. But I miss!
Unfortunate. Anything else?
Yes, I shall move down here.
Very good. Sir Elamir.
Alright, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, you're having a tough time because they're flanking you, so like it's hard to defend from both of them at once.
Bonus action. Ooh,
Nice.
jackpot. Plus 17. And I shall attack the bottom one. I'll superiority die that one.
Okay.
I fucking hate this goddamn game. Why didn't I learn from watching Gavin?
This
Unfortunately,
always happens with superiority dice, like without fail.
not enough to bring you up to a level to hit this one.
There we go.
That will. 16 points of damage.
Fucking
Let's
superiority.
see here. I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna run on the opposite side of this guy.
All right, the one behind you will take a swing.
Incoming crit.
Yeah.
Nope, misses wide.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Yeah, because you second winded. Very well. Alexei.
Yep, I'm gonna move over to the edge of the water here, 15 feet. Once, there we go. I can see a tab more. Fucking hell. It's so laggy. Alright, that bugbear next, Alquill, Firebolt.
Holy shit, a hit?
Apparently so.
Everybody running by lottery tickets now.
He's hit twice, actually.
2 times.
Still. You should still buy.
Very well, Zurich.
Well, I'm actually gonna do the exact same as last time. Doing healing word
Oh!
plus another
Is that a
3
plus?
to that.
+3.
Yes,
12.
and then all right. 2 sec. I just gonna need to heal myself as well.
Yeah, you regain, what, 3?
Yeah. Should have done that last round as well, but I forgot it, so... Yep, it's gone. And... that's my turn.
That will miss. Then that is that. Harshnag is going to attack this bugbear that had climbed over the fence. And in one swing, much like a golf club, he slams the blade into its chest and hits it with enough force that it actually catapults into the fence and just like tears through a section of the fence, slamming into a cave wall behind it, and just like collapsing dead on the spot. And let me just open up a little bit of this fence where it got catapulted through. There. As that fence is now torn down, and then he's going to use his movement quite a bit. Boom, 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 boom. To here, and he is going to attack the wounded one. Yep.
We've unleashed a beast onto this place.
And then finally his last attack with the haste action against the other one. Ooh, almost managed to duck out of the way, but unfortunately, the axe comes careening down at it a little bit too fast, and it is crushed into the ground amid a pile of also crushed pigs. Unfortunate collateral damage. There are pig guts everywhere, but that is that. Bugbears, of which there are 2 left. One is going to melee attack Alco.
Alright.
The other will melee attack Zurich. Both miss. Alco.
Alright. Blade! Alright, that hits. And it deals an extra D8,
Should be
I
2D.
believe.
Should be 2D8.
2D8.
Yep.
And so 9.
That
damage.
is what, 17 total?
Yes.
All right, that is exactly enough. You kill it with this thunderous explosion from your blade.
Alright. I shall start moving down here.
Yes, indeed. Sir Alamir.
Alright, another kill stealer. I hate this party. And I'll
There's no
run
such
down to
thing.
this guy.
Yeah,
Shh.
it's killed
And
for fury.
Yes.
All right, 2 swings, and with that you cut into the back of this bugbear that had been focused on Zurich, and it collapses to the ground amidst the pigs, which at this point are all just like sort of kind of in a panic, like squealing and running around, trying their best to like get out of here, but they're kind of like hemmed in and like trapped. So they're just kind of like creating a panic. It's almost this like stampede effect of like pigs just surrounding you. But as you look around, it does not appear as though there are any further enemies that have arrived or are in the current area.
Snack, eat a pig for a food buff.
Harshnag is going to shout out. He says, "There is another cave to the north, and a ramp seems to lead further in."
Let us continue then. Don't let them regroup.
Yes. There's a cave to the north. What is this?
I guess you can walk up there and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Investigate.
Harshnag, for his part, is basically going to. We're not like in like initiative, but kind of just like keep in mind like the limits, right? So it would take some time. Harshnag is going to run up this way, and you hear his like shout bellowing out, and he says, "There are prisoners, cages."
Yeah, I see. I see. Some people.
Quick question. How
Yes.
long are we playing today? Just
Probably like
considering
another half hour, at most.
Yeah, I'm just considering how late it is here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll keep it to like 3 hours.
Yep.
Alright. I'll run up to
All right, I'll make my way
this
up.
cage.
Yeah, so looking here as you enter into the north, there are a couple of like streams of water trickling down through the wall and carving a path through here, and there are wooden cages. With as you look at them, there are no doors along the side. It seems as though they might be on the top, from what you can tell. There are large like boulders placed on top of the cages, holding them down.
Were they wooden cages?
They're wooden cages, yeah, but they're like pretty like thick wooden bars.
Harshnag, would you be able to lift these stones and cages away?
He says, definitely, and he kind of like marches over here. Looking at this cage here, you can see there are a number of people in here. Looks like a man and a woman and several like children, like a family. It looks like they are human farmers. It would appear from their garb. They look as though they've been here for some time. They're like pretty ragged and worn, and they're just like their eyes are like wide, seeing this giant, and they're just kind of like in a panic. There is another figure here. This one cage is empty. There's another figure here who appears to be dressed in kind of like ragged like furs and kind of has these like tattoo marks on their face and like elk like antlers kind of like tied to their head in like a headband, and they're like kind of like rattling at the side of the cage and speaking, but you don't understand the language that they're speaking. Harshnag is going to move over, picking up the rock from the top of this cage with relative ease, tossing it aside, and then kind of like lifting the cage to free these farmers who like they don't like move or anything, but they're just like their like hands are up, like not really sure what's going on.
Don't worry, this giant will mean you no harm.
I'll say at this point, enough like time has passed as Harshnag like throws this rock back. Suddenly he like kind of like begins to like slow down, like breathing heavily as the effects of the haste spell kind of wears off.
I'll talk to the man. Like, have you seen a half elven man? He's quite slender. Has an eye patch.
The man just sort of takes like a bit to respond before like shaking his head, and he says, I don't see them bring anyone else into this side. There are more," and he kind of like points to the other side. There are more cages on the other side.
All right, where are your homes?
It just says south of here, on the way to Golden Fields.
I'll look at. Or okay, we've cleared a path. You couldn't follow the corpses, and use the. You can use the eastern exit, the one that is a little bit snug for giants. But make sure you peek out before you leave and stick to the cliffside and then go into the woods.
You just sort of nods, and you see like turns, and you see the wife is currently sort of like holding two young boys who look maybe like 5, 6-ish, twins by the look of it, trying to like calm them down and like keep them calm. The other child, the teenage daughter, seems like a little bit bewildered, but is otherwise kind of able to move about, and they take some time before like they move out, following after the trail of carnage.
How you doing?
As Alquill is like standing and talking with them, I'm like, kind of like looking them over and
I've
just
not
seeing
said
if
a
they're all
word.
good. So
Are there any weapons of any kind around? Small weapons, daggers.
There are not.
Does anyone have any dagger or hand axe or somewhat that they can give this man?
I gave him a light hammer. It's basically like a small hammer to punch it with.
Sure, yeah, he'll sort of take it.
Zach just told me to kill him.
Only only use it if you absolutely need to. Use stealth and try to avoid everything. And should you encounter problems, try to make your way back to us.
I have a light hammer I can give them.
And that's what I just did.
They've been given a light hammer.
I mean, you can give one to the woman as well, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, she seems more like involved in like keeping the children in line.
Yeah.
She probably won't.
The
be able
children
to
as well.
make use of it.
Here, take this pole arm.
Anyway.
Hashnag, give this 5-year-old boy your axe.
You can hear like shouting from the other chamber. Like shouting like, "Is anybody there? Hello?" It's not a voice you recognize. Like it sounds like a.
Yeah, I first just wanted to like as we got in because this like tribesmen whatever like started like talking. So I would approach while Alamir was like talking to the family. I would like talk to the tribesmen like, do you speak common?
He just looks at you like bewildered.
Dwarven, and then I'll say like I'll say in Dwarven like Dwarven, and then like ask in Giant.
Yeah, going through the languages, like he's like talking at you, like he sees you talking, doesn't understand what you say, and he's like talking to you, and you don't understand what he says.
Booga booga.
Comprehend languages, my once per day.
All right. So as you do that, you now can like listen in, and you hear him like, "Release me from this place. I, Greyhawk, will aid you. Liberate me."
I was just like, I nod to him, and I will Harshnag look over him. He's still exhausted.
No, he's kind of like recovered from it by this point.
Can you remove this this rock? His this is Greyhawk. He says he will aid us.
He just sort of like nods and says, "I would be wary of the words of the Uthgard, but he cannot do any harm to us anyways." And he kind of like moves over here and kind of pushes the rock off the top, freeing the cage, and the tribesman kind of like spills out of the cage, looking around for like any kind of like weapon or something to grab. He doesn't seem to be like, just by his demeanor, he doesn't seem to be like in the like fleeing state. And he just sort of says, "Come, let us bring death to my captors."
I just like, I'll take a javelin. Take one of my javelins. Actually, I'll not use my javelin. I'll give him all 3 of my javelins.
He just sort of like looks at them for a bit and like nods and like takes them.
And I nod back. And then
Uthgard. Have you ever heard of them, Alpha?
Lucas! And I'll run through the cage.
So moving into the other chamber, you see there are 2 cages, one prisoner in each cage. One of them is like conscious. He's like pulling at the bars. It appears to be a half Alvin man who's just like shouting like anybody there. You also see collapsed unconscious in the other cage, Lucas, who seems to be he's like breathing, like his form is moving, but all of his like gear has been like stripped from him. He's just like in his plain clothes. He's just unconscious there.
I'll reach in through the cage and try and lay hands on him.
There he is. Your body.
Okay.
Harshnag, could you please come and lift these cages as well?
Harshnag, do this. Harshnag, do that.
I said please!
Yeah. He will make his way over here to begin freeing them. Tribal Warrior is going to follow you guys, just hanging out with you. So he quickly frees them. After he does, you can easily reach over to Lucas to heal him. And his eyes...
Is Lucas okay?
His eyes sort of like snap wide, and he like breathes heavily, like, what's going on?
Black horses. So I actually picked the black horse.
Did we win? Did we get him?
We're
Not quite.
not quite, but we are getting there. Things have been going quite well since you were captured.
And you see, he kind of like
I'm not insinuating anything.
he kind of like looks around, like patting at his side, like my bag, where's my bag?
Well, everything you have is currently gone. If you might notice, you're currently not even wearing clothes.
It kind of like looks down. He's got like his like plain clothes on,
Yeah.
but he just sort of says, well, that's inconvenient.
It's just, can you fight? Are you in any shape?
You see he holds out his hand, and this sort of like golden light shines as a sword materializes in his hands.
Acquired the Lucas card.
Shouldn't it be better to use a bow when you don't have armor?
I mean, he's
No
an NPC companion at the moment, so it doesn't really matter.
Who's this other person?
I know, it's more like talking to myself, going like, okay.
You there? Who are you?
And he sort of like does that, and they're similarly like just in plain clothes, no like equipment or anything to speak of.
Firstly, rather, are you unharmed?
And he says, I am well enough for being a prisoner of these giants. I am lucky they did not eat me. And he sort of like bows, and he says, I am Galvin Dragonmore. I'm a scout from Goldenfields. He says, and a member, and he kind of like points to this like lapel pin that he has of this like silver stag head. I'm a member of the Emerald Enclave. I came here to search for these giants, and they captured me. I must get back and report to the abbot.
Of course.
Yes, the abbot.
I say.
That was not me.
I'll give them my my short bow. And my arrows.
Are you sure you're gonna have any weapons left after this?
I'll stop him. Like I think you might have better use for that. So I'll give him my.
I don't really have any. I will produce like the ice from my hands. It's like I use this. I can use magic for ranged weaponry.
Go ahead.
Alquil seems to have learned the arcane arts and is slowly mastering them.
On Lucas's sheet, mark that he has two out of 3 injuries currently.
Yes, I shall do that.
Yes. So he sort of takes the bow, and he says, I thank you. He says, I would stay and help, but I fear I will be of little use against these creatures.
We've been to Golden Fields.
Yes, we helped defend the town when it was attacked by these giants.
He sort of like slings the bow over his shoulder, and he says, in that case, I owe you a debt of gratitude. And he says, give them
Give
them what's coming to them.
Oh, we have and we shall. We released a family which also said they were belonging to Golden Fields, and we sent them the path we deemed most safe. You can just follow the corpses and take the eastern exit out of the cave. And we told them to follow the mountain or the cliff edge into the forest. If you could help them back, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, he sort of nods and says, "Ah, yes, the safe path through the corpses." He says, "Noted.
Yes.
I will see if I can catch up to them, guide them back."
Hey, if the corpses are not alive.
He says, "We are lucky the hill giants are not fond of necromantic pursuits." Yeah, and he sort of just bows again.
Let's not
Like,
jinx it.
thank you
Their
again.
monst- their
Please,
monsters might.
what are your names?
Ah.
I might report who has
We
come
are
to
the
save
Crystal Crusaders.
Harshnag cannonballs.
them.
We, like Alexa will shout out, we are the Crystal Crusaders.
I'm
sort of-
Alquill, this is Alexa, this is Sir Alamir, this is Lucas, this is Hirak, this is Harshnag, my point towards Giant, and that's Greyhawk.
Yes, you've probably heard of us. Saviors of Bryn Shander, Pirates Bane, the heroes of East Haven, and exterminators of the Howling Fiend.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, go on. Go on.
He just sort of like shakes his head and says, "Can't say I have. I'm afraid locked in
No,
this
no.
dungeon
Does
as
not
I have
surprise me.
been, but
Does not
I will
surprise
make
me.
sure that people hear of this deed. Crystal Crusaders, you have my thanks." And he kind of like makes his exit.
Safe
careful.
journeys. another more people saved by us.
No time to
No time to celebrate.
no time to take a breath. We have to keep going.
You're
Yes.
right.
And I think, however, as you guys are all here, having freed all the prisoners and recovered Lucas, who seems to be relatively okay, if a bit injured at this point in time, I think we're going to call it here because I don't think we'll have enough time for
To do anything else.
anything
yeah.
else, really. Yeah.
I'll just
So-
point out that there was like some set of stairs over that way.
Yeah, there's like
We probably-
a gradual ramp that seems to like lead up further
Yeah.
in.
Then we know our next destination.
Yep.
How much
Well-
XP do we get, Brad? 6,000?
It's a milestone.
It's a
Shut up.
milestone area, James.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Keep up with the times.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, man. So,
What time is it?
thank you all for thank you all for playing this week. We will meet again next week at the same time, and until then, see you all
Auf Wiedersehen.
later.